Well, good evening and welcome inside Chaska High School. We got the pregame show getting underway here. I'm Ryan Paul, joined by Jake Moss here, a senior at Chanhassen High School. And tonight, folks, we feature a Yellow Out, part of the Yellow Umbrella Project. And it's an organization, it's a DECA project that these guys started over at Chanhassen High School to support mental illness awareness. Tell us a little bit about your project.
So it's a DECA chapter project, and really the idea behind the Yellow Umbrella campaign is that we really just want to bring awareness to kind of mental health within the community and sort of work toward breaking that stigma that surrounds it.
So how, if people want to get involved around the community or around the, it's focused on inside high schools specifically, right?
Yeah, predominantly.
So if people want to get involved, how do they do that?
So really the thing is, mental health is a touchy subject. I mean, it's hard to kind of diagnose like who has it, what doesn't. There's different degrees of it.
Yep.
And the biggest thing what we're trying to work towards is being open about it and trying to like be understanding. Right now, it's people kind of like are scared to address it. It's like a touchy subject, and really what we're ultimately working towards is getting everyone to be open towards about talking about it.
So I know you guys have a Twitter, and what other outlets do you?
Yeah, so we got a Twitter. It's the Yellow Umbrella Campaign. If you want to give that a follow, we just tweet out kind of like tips, like links to different things, articles, stuff like that.
All right. Well, again, we'll show it up on the screen here in a second. It's the Yellow Umbrella Campaign. Jake Moss, Matt Hope, DECA Project. What's the other group?
Grace Miller.
Well, thank you for coming on, sir. Have a great game, and thanks for doing what you're doing.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you.
Boy, I'm doing good. How about you? All the homies doing good too. If a trippin', we ain't really trippin'. We got nothing to lose,
I'm ready. Come on.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted to the thrill. It's a dangerous love affair. Can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem? Tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this.
Welcome to Chaska High School for this evening's Metro West Conference basketball game between District 112 border rivals Chaska and Chanhassen. I'm Ryan Paul, joined here tonight by Chaska Herald Sports Editor once again, Eric Krauscher. How you doing tonight, sir?
Fantastic. Great to get out of the house and see a great basketball game, hopefully.
Well, it should be a great game tonight. The storyline coming into the game, a couple for each team, is Chaska coming off of that tough loss to Bloomington Jefferson last week. They lost in overtime, 51-45. The storyline in that one was Cole Nicholson being held to 11 points, 1 point in the first half. I know you weren't there, but kind of what do you think the struggles were out with that one?
Well, that's Bloomington Jefferson style. I mean, there's no other team in the state of Minnesota that can win with 40-some points.
Right.
Now they got 51. But in regulation, it was 42-42, I believe. And so I think that's just Jefferson's style, and they know that's the way they have to beat Chaska.
Yep.
A good player is always going to have that type of game.
Right.
Unfortunate it happened against a good team.
Right.
But, you know, Chaska bounced back after that one.
Well, it's great that they were able to, that they'll be able to do that hopefully here tonight. Chanhassen coming off of a victory, was it? Against Bloomington Kennedy, a close one in the Metro West Conference. What's the storyline on Chan this year for our viewers?
You know, I think the thing with Chan's the same thing it's been for the last 5 years. You know, they have really nice transition offense. They can get down the floor, they can score the basketball, but it's that defensive side of the game that really they lack.
Right.
You know, they can guard you for 10 seconds, and then they stop playing defense. And so, you know, I think once these guys embrace that defensive style, then you can play a full 36 minutes. And that's what happened against Kennedy. You know, they're up 18, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game because Kennedy makes a run because Chanhassen went lax.
Right. Well, that's like you said. Chanhassen said tonight they feared that they were going to be without the services of senior guard Chris Wanley. I talked to him before the game. He sounded like he was confident in his ability to play. Chanhassen, you know, he brings a different style of play to the table without Wanley. What are the keys for Chanhassen tonight?
Well, I mean, I think what they've been doing well the last couple weeks is going to Regan Towson. And, you know, Regan is, you know, he's 6'4", 6'5". I'm guessing in AAU ball, he's more of a 15 to 18-foot guy. On this team, he's inside 10. And once he's been really embracing that, going for the offensive boards, he's averaged like 27.5 points, 28 points the last 2 games. You know, and so that's a big difference. They're not relying on that 3 ball to win. So, you know, for Chanhassen, they've got to embrace not just that type of game, but they also have to get down the court, get some easy baskets in transition.
Well, we're going to send it down now to Greg Erickson. It looks like we might have lost our video feed on Greg, but we still have him here on the audio. We're going to send it over to Greg Erickson live courtside. Here's Greg.
Hey guys, thanks a lot, Eric and Ryan. Hey, this is a Metro West Conference matchup that always brings a ton of emotion. We have the band, we have a student section here, we've got a lot of people crowded, we got a pretty good crowd, we got a lot of people from both communities coming down here for this game. In the last 6 years, Chaska is 8-4 overall, and they're tied 3-3 on this court. Chaska has a 77-point per game average. Chanhassen is at 73 points. I talked to both coaches before the game. Nathan Pulowski said at Chanhassen that he tells his guys before this big game to relax. They need to relax. Enjoy it and have fun. Try to get out to an early lead.
That's Greg Erickson. Thank you, Greg. I will try to get the video. We lost the video on you. I think we got the audio, but we'll come back to you one more time tonight. And I don't know if you can hear it, but Greg Erickson down there sideline said that Chanhassen coach Nathan Pulowski told his team to relax. Kind of going to be the storyline for here at the Storm tonight. It's there, you know, Chaska, a good team, possibly a better team. What's Chanhassen going to have to do to overpower the Chaska team?
Well, I mean, one thing that I saw against Kennedy also, when Chanhassen runs their offense, they can score. It's when they, like Coach Pulowski said, they don't relax and they just try to force things, take bad shots, contested shots. That's when they run into some problems. So they have to slow the game down a little bit, play their style, run their offense through, get easy shots.
Well, it's Carson Halawani, it's Regan Tollefson leading the scoring for Chanhassen at 15 points per game flat. Carson Halawani, rather. A pair of juniors are Halawani and Tollefson, averaging 15 points a game and 14.3 points a game. I want to go back to Greg here in just a moment, if we can get the video back on him. We're going to go to break here real quick. We're having some technical difficulties with Greg, but after we come back from break, we'll hopefully get you back down courtside, and we'll have some more game information here coming up. Thanks for joining us on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. We'll be right back.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services, with clinic locations in Chaska, Shakopee, and Savage. Schedule an appointment today.
Well, welcome back to Chaska High School. I know you're having some technical difficulties with the wireless camera, but I've got Eric Krauser with me. We'll get you down to Greg here soon. You know, it's an interesting season that Chaska's had so far. Coming off of their state tournament run last year, they've struggled in probably some games that they should have won. It was North St. Paul, the opening game, and then they had Jefferson just the other night that they fell to. Who do you think, or what do you think Chaska needs to do? Kind of jump back on this winning train that, you know, they were able to ride it in the conference last year. What's Chaska's need to do to get back on that train?
Well, I mean, I think it's about refocusing on their team identity. You know, they were able to win a lot of ball games because they were able to play some defense. They were able to run a solid offense. You know, I think they lost that a little bit against Orono. Yep. You know, you go back to that game. Oh, I mean, great game. But if you look at those last 3 overtimes, the last 5 minutes of regulation, it was all one player. And what I like to see them do is to get all 5 guys going again. You know, Parker Bjorklund had his best game in a while against Jefferson.
Yep.
Ride him a little bit more.
Yep.
But we got to see a little more development out of the guards.
We're going to send it down courtside now to Greg Erickson. I know we couldn't see him earlier. You've got a camera feed on him now. Let's send it down to Greg Erickson courtside. Keys to the game, sir, brought to you by Above and Beyond Marketing.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot. Just wanted to reiterate that I talked to the coaches before the game. Coach Nathan Pulowski said that he wants his team to relax. He wants them to relax. It's easier for them to play on the road than it is an away game. These guys can gel together. On the other hand, when asked if Chris Wandling would be starting tonight, he had a pretty wry smile, and he said he wasn't sure. Not sure about that answer. Coming from Dana Coleman, he says that the Hawks need to defend the 3. This is an excellent three-point shooting team. They need to close out and contest those shots. We've got to box out, and we have to be aggressive to the ball. We need to give Cole a lot of looks. We need to give him a lot of touches. Cole needs the ball. They're going to run a lot of set plays through Cole in order to get him the shots that he needs, because he's been double-teamed a lot, and we need to try to defend that by running some set plays, running some picks. Anything else, Ryan? How's it going?
Back on. I think that's it, Greg. We're going to come back over here. Thank you very much. We'll go back to you a little bit later in the broadcast, I believe. It was great to have Greg Erickson on the broadcast. I know we had some tech issues with him. We're going to go to break, and we're about 5 minutes away from tip-off here. Eric Crownsher, Ryan Paul, Greg Erickson, for the whole team. We're excited to have you with us here for Metro West Conference District 112 Border Battle Rivalry. We'll be right back for tip-off. Don't go anywhere.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
Sora! I'm addicted to the thrill. It's a dangerous love affair. Can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem, tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gon' run this down tonight.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance. Hit your fatigue song. All black, everything. Black cars, all black, everything. And I know the black birds riding with they. I get more in depth if you boys really enough. This is not familiar. I'll explain later. But for now, let me get back to this paper. I'm a couple bands down and I'm trying to get back. I gave Nugget Grip, I lost a flip for 5 stacks. Yeah, I'm talking 5,6, 0 shot, 0 cigar.
On. Okay, welcome back. We are back live here. Sorry, we almost had a fatality. We're underway here between Chaska and Chanhassen with Eric Krauscher. I'm Ryan Paul. Hearts are racing. We almost had a technical issue that would have prevented us from going, but we're back. Here's a steal right off the bat. We're just about 10 seconds in. Chanhassen with it. This is Halawadi to the hole. Misses the lay-in. This is going to be scrapped for. Halawadi saves it from going out of bounds. Now Hutton at the top of the key. Hutton playing for the first time tonight in a couple of weeks. He's been out with a stress reaction to his foot. This is Adam Keelty. He starts for Chris Wandling tonight, who is sitting on the bench. He's at the first seat on the bench. He has a foot issue or an ankle issue and is questionable to play tonight. Here's Tollefson, the leading scorer for Chanhassen with 15 points a game. Now inside, Austin Carter, senior. Streaking is Keelty. Keelty up off the window. It's good. Chanhassen with the early lead.
Yeah, it's a nice opening possession for Chanhassen. Patient.
Krinos now at the other end for Chaska. Marcus Peters straight away off. Uncontested rebound by Halawadi for Chan. 16:44 to go. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I know pregame show was a little hectic, but we got it going. And we're back here. At the top, Ryder Hutton for Chanhassen. Pump fake by Tollefson. Now Hutton for 3. That was ugly. Came up way short. Barker Bjorkman with the rebound for Chaska. Matt Eliason pushes for Krinos for 3. No good. Matt Eliason the rebound though. Now Cole Nicholson. Off for Peters. Peters tried to enter it for Bjorkman. Now Bjorkman goes up with it. A nice layup by Parker Bjorkman. 2-2.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup, whoever's guarding Parker. They only have one guy out there who's really that inside guy, so it will be interesting to see if Ryder Hutton goes down to him.
Here's Halawadi clamped down by Matt Eliason. Now Regan Tollefson pulls up from long range. That's no good. Parker broke on the board for the Hawks. Chanhassen in tonight at a 7-6 record. We'll get into that a little later. Here's Connor Krinos straight away. Good for 3. Connor Krinos puts Chaska ahead. Connor Krinos season high 17 against St. Louis Park. He also had 17 against Eastview earlier this season. Had 9 the other night in the overtime loss to Jefferson. Here's Tollefson at the top with 15:24 to go in the first half. Off here for Keelty, for Chanhassen. Now Halawadi on the baseline, gives it back off for Tollefson. Tollefson spinning inside against Nicholson, goes up with a foul called with 15:10 to go. Cole Nicholson, the guilty party on this one. It's the first foul of the game against Chaska Jr., Cole Nicholson.
Well, if you look at the first 4 possessions for Chanhassen, 2 of them they were patient, ran their offense, good things happened. 2 of them they rushed 3-pointers. It's as simple as, like Coach Pawlowski said, relax, play your game, run the offense.
Regan Tollefson at the free throw line, the leading scorer for Chanhassen, 15 points per game. He had a 26-point night in their last game against Richfield. Both free throws are good for the junior from Chanhassen. And here comes Connor Krinos with just over 15 minutes to play. Chaska's student section outdoing Chanhassen's tonight by quite a bit of size. Nicholson, a 3. Just off. That one took a large bounce, and finally Halawadi comes away with it for Chanhassen. Halawadi with it. Pushes away for Tollefson. Tollefson in the face of Nicholson is short. Matt Eliason corrals the rebound. Nicholson up ahead. He goes, reverse. Good. Chaska, 7-4. Here's Tollefson now, guarded by Nicholson. Chaska's bench into it. Over now for Keelty. Keelty crosses over against Krinos, goes up with the right, hung it short. Nicholson snags the board. Peters inside the paint, off for Krinos now. Matt Eliason has it in a well-attended game overall this evening. Parker broken inside, spinning around against Ryder Hutton. Goes up and it's just off. Matt Eliason in the rebound, a lot of contact. Finally, it's Adam Keelty who brings it up the floor. Now it's away for Halawadi. Off now for Keelty. Spins it over inside the lane. Chaska wanting to travel. Now Keelty hands it back inside for Hutton. Parker Bjorklund stuffed. Ryder Hutton coming the other way. Chaska. Connor Krinos. Nobody around him for three. It's good. 10-4. Hawks. And Connor Krinos is pumped up.
Oh, that's Chaska. I mean, transition game their way too. You get a block on one end, and there you go. You're running.
Chaska's defense showing their abilities here. Chaska fans are into it. The abundance of students on the baseline are silenced as Regan Tollefson drains a long ball, pulling the game within one possession and 3 points for the Storm.
Well, Tollefson, if he can work inside a little bit, that opens up the outside shot, and he's reaping the benefits the last couple weeks.
Tollefson's up to 5. Connor Krinos leads game scoring with 2 3 balls for a total of 6. Nicholson now gives it away for Peters on the baseline. Matt Eliason, head fake, off for Krinos, back to Nicholson. Here's Peters, senior inside to senior Parker Bjorklund going against Ryder Hutton. Bjorklund spins with it, goes up with it. Foul! And good! The layup was good by Parker Bjorklund. He's fouled by a Storm player. He'll go to the line for a free throw. With 12:44 to go here in the first half. We'll see some substitutions here for the first time tonight. We'll see Chris Wanling for Chanhassen. And for Chaska, we're going to see Matt Eliason and Marcus Peters check out, rather. And it'll be Zach Leah and Andrew Fick, sophomore and senior, out of the floor for the first time for the Hawks. Parker Bjorklund gets 3 points the old-fashioned way. And with 12:42 to go, it's a 13-7 ball game. Here in the border battle, District 1-1-2 style. Hawks and Storm. Here's Luke Gitson, sophomore. First time we've called his name tonight. Now Wanling, the senior, has an ankle injury. He's yet to show any signs of hindering that. Halawadi, crosses over, gives it off for Gitson right in front of the Chaska bench. Gitson against Bjorklund, against Fix, spins around, misses the layup. Cole Nicholson lost out of bounds. Hawks ball. Last touch by Chanhassen. Head coach Nathan Pulowski for the Storm comes in to this game with an 106 and 110 overall record in his 8 seasons. He won 1 conference championship in his tenure so far. Nicholson, a no-look pass in for Bjorklund. Foul as he went up with it. Austin Carter, the guilty party on this one with 12:02 to go in the first half.
Yeah, there's been a lot of games here between Coleman and Pulowski over the last 9 years, and it's gone back and forth a little bit. Chaska won some early. Chanhassen went through a little bit of a run, but I think Chaska's won 4 or 5 in a row here. And one thing we see, it's generally a close game. There's only been twice in the history where it's been over 10-point victory. So you're seeing a tight contest almost every time.
Hawks swept the season series last year. They won the first round was a year ago Saturday. Miles Hansen, the Hawks senior last year, had led scoring with 25. Cole Nicholson at 13. Here's Parker Bjorklund, who loses it up ahead. Bjorklund spins around, goes up with the left hand. It's good. He'll go to the line again. Bjorklund's up to 9.
Well, we talked about that early on, about how he like to go at him a little bit more. The attention's being paid on Cole. Parker's in a good matchup here with a guard.
Chanhassen calls timeout. When we come back for the last 11 minutes and 50 seconds of basketball action, it's a 17-7, 10-point lead for the Hawks. We'll be right back.
This presentation of high school basketball on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network is brought to you by Lenzen Chevrolet Buick, Above and Beyond Marketing Communications, and St. Francis Orthopedic Rehab.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business Proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
Lost our video feed momentarily. We're going to try to work this out. We're going to have Max Hannon go and check on the video real quick. Go under the bleachers, young man. Go under the bleachers. We're going to try to get our feedback here. But in the meantime, we're going to bring you coverage, I guess. 17-9. Chan came out of the break with a bucket out of their timeout. We're going to continue to work to get this video feedback. And until then, we apologize for any technical difficulties that you're having. Bucket by Chaska. Parker Bjorklund up to 11.
Yeah, you got Chris Wadling back out there now. We talked about him. What he brings to the game here is, he brings that ability to get to the rim. That's such a big thing in basketball.
There's a two by Regan Tollefson for Chanhassen, putting them up in double digits for the game. Again, we apologize. First time we've had this issue here on the Lenzen Chevrolet Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, but we're working to resolve our feed loss here. Here's Connor Krinos who hits a three. Sorry, folks, I'm still trying to work this out. Okay, I'll be right back, folks. We'll have Max and Eric do it here. I'm gonna
All right.
Here, go to Max.
You got Carson Halawadi at the line for two here for Chanhassen. 22-11 game. He hits the first. Senior Evan Simon in the game for the first time for Chanhassen. We also have Spencer Getz for Chaska. Halawadi's 2 for 2. 22-13 score. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Inbound to Zach Leah. Ball off to Eliason. Back out to Bjorklund. Cross-court pass stolen by Chris Wadling, who brings it up the court. Gonna get a foul call on Matt Eliason from behind on the block.
It's a good hustle play. I don't agree with the call at all, but I guess the refs saw something I didn't.
Well, a lot of times in that play, it's more so the body contact that they're gonna get from behind, the positioning. Free throw is missed.
Sorry for the video cutout, everybody. We're working on fixing it right now.
Wadling with the second free throw. 22-14, 9:35 to go.
Okay, we got it back. Sorry, folks. First time that's ever happened, so I wasn't really sure what to do. I kind of just took a wild guess and jiggled some chords around, and now we're back in action. Sorry, I hope Max did a good job. Might hear Max Tuesday, I'm not sure. We're good with Eric. We're joking around. 23-14. Again, I do apologize sincerely that we had that brief issue with the outage. But here's Chris Wanling, who's fouled in the 3, and he hits it.
Hey, that's what you get with Chris Wadling. You know, he can hit a shot like that.
Right.
It's one of those shots where you go, oh, no. Okay, he made it all right.
Right. Well, hopefully the stream is, I'm sorry if I'm kind of slacking here. I'm trying to do everything here. So, again, I got a great staff, but sometimes technical difficulties are uncontrollable. So, it looks like we're back in action. Here's Connor Krinos across the timeline. Boy, sweating. Matt Eliason at the top. Connor Krinos in three for Nicholson. Nicholson up strong with it. Charge. Chris Wanling stood in and took the contact.
Well, that's, you know, Chris coming off the bench here. That's three trips in a row he's had an impact. Hit a couple or hit 1 or 2 free throws, hits the 4-point play, now takes a charge. That's what you want out of a senior who's faced with a little adversity.
Came off the bench tonight. It was Adam Kielty who started in his place. Here's Wanling now, as we spoke of him. Guarded by Eliason. Off here for us, Evan Simon. Charlie Ash here. Chanhassen, majority of this bench team on the floor now. Here's Luke Gitson calling for a foul. It's offensive against Luke Gitson. He got away with an elbow or a shoulder drop. And a foul against the Chanhassen junior, Luke Gitson, who averages 6.3 points a contest.
Yeah, Luke's the third Gitson to come through Chanhassen basketball. His brother Steven played at St. John's University. His sister Danielle plays Division I basketball at Missouri State. So basketball runs in the family. Dad's about 6'8", 6'9". So
yeah, he was walking around earlier. I saw him. 8:37 to go here in the first half. Connor Krinos with it. Off for Heaters. Inside now for Parker Brooklyn. Matt Eliason off the ball screen. Freshman Spencer Getz in there, number 43. Connor Krinos against Charlie Ash. Goes out of bounds. Parker Bjorklund. Eric, that's one thing that I've noticed out of Parker this year. He's struggling to handle the ball off of passes and going up with it.
You know, some of that is just understanding where your body needs to be,
right,
where your hands need to go. You know, different guys give him different passes at different places, and he's still trying to figure out that 4 position a little bit.
Right. Well, you got Nicholson and Bjorklund. Both are about 6'5", 6'6", and they both play big. Parker Bjorklund probably has Nicholson in size by a little bit. Here's Halawadi. He gives it away off for Simon, who goes up and good. His first points of the game. Evan Simon for 2. Chanhassen down 5 here, 24-19.
Yeah, and Halawadi's another one of those guys, a junior, playing his first year of varsity ball. That's really trying to figure out that varsity game.
Parker Bjorklund up with a hand in his face. Got the bucket. Wanted a free throw, but he's not going to get that. With 7.5 to go here on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. It's 26-19 ball game. Hopefully we've recovered from those technical issues we had earlier in the stream. I do apologize for those. It all looks good on our end. Here's Simon over for Ash now. Charlie Ash, the junior. Back off for Halawadi. Here's Kielty against Krinos. Kielty fades away off the glass. No good. Bjorklund strong with the board. Hawks swinging it around here under 7 minutes in the first half. Bjorklund spin move against Ash. Off the glass. Foul. 26-19 the score and 6:54 to go in the ball game. Hawks up on Chanhassen.
Yeah, I mean, Parker creates matchup problems for a lot of teams because he's lanky, but he's also quick, and so he's a tough guy to try to guard because he does a lot of good things.
6:54 to go. Bjorklund misses free throw number 1 on the try. Bjorklund drops the second free throw. 27-19, an 8-point advantage for the Hawks here. Bjorklund up to 14. Matt Eliason clamping down Halawadi. Now he breaks it by him. Tollefson, center cut, good.
Yeah, it's his second triple. Parker got off a little bit. He knew it.
Halawadi stands probably right around 6'5", but he can also shoot the three ball. Here's Bjorklund with the left. This one's off. That's going to go out of bounds, but Matt Eliason tried to save it from going out of bounds. He mugged Austin Carter with 6:23 to go.
Yeah, it'll be Matt Eliason's second foul, so he'll sit.
Eliason tends to pick up some fouls early in the game. His aggressiveness, it shows, but sometimes it shows a little too much, and that was one of those times. 6:17 to go here in the first half. Eric Krauscher, Ryan Paul with you on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Parker Bjorklund skies for the rebound over Regan Tollefson. Here comes Peters now. Peters straight away blocked by Tollefson. Chanhassen ahead. This is Halawadi. Poked away by Krinos. Halawadi recovers though. Gives it off for Hutton, who misses the layup. Zach Leah finally snags it away. Marcus Peters from the corner. Three off. Rebound. Spencer Getz. Getz goes back up with it. Misses. Parker Bjorklund working for the rebound. Getz works for it. Now he gives it off for Connor Krinos. The freshman Spencer Getz. Phenomenal play. Connor Krinos to Parker Bjorklund. And one. Count the basket. A beautiful play all around. It all started with Spencer Getz, though, who worked to get the rebound. That's got to please Dana Coleman.
Yeah, I mean, you love those type of hustle plays from your role players. You know, and we've seen that from Spencer. He gets offensive rebounds. He does a little bit of things. He doesn't need a score in this team right now.
Averages just over 1 point per game in the games that he's played. We're just about 5.5 to go here until halftime. Here's a 15-footer off the hand of Adam Kielty. It didn't drop. 29-22 the score. 5:17. Zach Leah quickly to the hole. Spins it in. Leah for a pair. His first points of the evening.
And suddenly now it went from a 3-point game to a 9-point game. 4 point to 9, actually.
5 minutes left. Trade between District 1-1-2 foes, Hawks and the Storm. Here's Tollefson, leading scorer for the Storm with 10 so far tonight. He gives it off now for Ryder Hutton. Hutton inside, right hand spin. Hook shot, no good. Parker Bjorklund on the board. Zach Leah guarded to the backcourt by Adam Kielty. He crosses over against Kielty, gives it off into the corner for Marcus Peters. He's got nobody around him. Peters for three, no good. Rebound, scrapped for by Zach Leah. Hawks working on the offensive boards. Again, another pleaser for Dana Coleman. Now Connor Krinos slips around, spins inside against Halawadi and puts it away. Connor Krinos, a beautiful basketball move, and he has 11-point lead for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's two big plays in a row for Connor. First with a pass, now that one.
Zach Leah up the other way, spins it in. Hawks by 13, timeout Nathan Pulowski. Talk it over Chanhassen. We'll be right back. With 4:06 to go, it's a 35-22 lead for the Hawks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Chaska High School. Ryan Paul and Eric Croucher with you here for the border battle in this 2017-2018 school year and basketball year. 4 minutes to go. The Hawks holding a 13-point lead. They're on a 9-0 run, and we're coming out of the Chanhassen Storm timeout. Luke Gitson has it here. There's a way for Regan Tollefson. Working it around to Carson Halawadi. Halawadi against Peters on the baseline. Gave it right off for Zach Leah. Leah took a tumble on the floor. Chanhassen wants a call. Greenos back with it. Off for Peters. Now back returns for Leah. Chaska and Chanhassen here. These Hawks won the season series last year 2-0. Chanhassen season ended last year in the section quarterfinals and lost to Bloomington Jefferson. With a smile on his face, Carson Halawadi drains the 3-ball. Halawadi up to 7.
Yeah, before that, I think Cole Nicholson's been out for about 3-4 minutes here. An extended break here.
Good to see that Chaska can put on a 9-0 run.
Yep.
Chanhassen ended that with a 3 right there. Here's Parker Bjorklund. At 11-3 run for the Hawks. 2:54 to go. In the first half, excuse me. It's a yellow out here tonight. We hope you enjoyed our pregame show with Matt Hove and Jake Moss. They talked about why it was the yellow out. Their DECA project, the Yellow Umbrella campaign. Chris Wandling, bottom part of your screen here, spins inside, contested shot by Leah. That was all ball, but instead it's a foul against Zach Leah. Two and a half to go, 37-25. Wandlings. Was that an ankle? Did you see that? He bent over a little bit. Wonder if that had anything to do with his ankle. He's on it. Teammates that talked to him earlier today, they said he rolled his ankle and it was pretty gruesome at practice yesterday. Wasn't sure if he was going to play tonight. He came off the bench, and he's got 4 points off the bench. Parker Bjorklund, a flop by Luke Gitson, and the ball almost hits him right in the face as he's on the floor. A foul against Luke Gitson for Chanhassen, the sophomore. His second foul of the evening. 2:19 to go. We're in the bonus both ways. Here the rest of the way. Bjorklund at the line. Good.
Parker's closing in on his career high here in the first half.
23
away, yeah.
Was that career high against Delano just a couple weeks ago. Jefferson, their last game in which they lost in overtime, he led game scoring with 17. He's up to 20 here tonight after the free throws. 2:14 to play, 39-25. Austin Carter. Bjorklund pokes it away. Now a flop. Oh, nope. Regan Tollefson got away with it, but I don't know. Bjorklund might have lowered his shoulder, and he looks a little shaken up. He's wobbling away with what looks to be like a head injury.
Shoulder versus head there.
Yep.
We got.
Coach Dana Coleman for Chaska in the ear of the official. 2 calls have gone against the Chaska Hawks here in the recent minute by that one referee. Not going to change the call, though. Instead, Chanhassen has it here. Down 14 to the Hawks. Chaska falling out of the top 10 rankings for the first time in a couple months, or in a month or so. They're sitting at number 12 now. Connor Krinos locking down Halawadi. He has to give it over for Wandling, guarded by Fix. Now it's returned off for Evan Simon. Simon back for Halawadi to Wandling, who mishandled it. Now he gives it back to Halawadi with 1:19 to go. Simon off the glass. Good.
Yeah, another patient offensive set that results in an easy basket. And, Chanhassen wants to get back into it. They have to have more of those.
Here's Andrew Fix, senior, off for fellow senior Marcus Peters. Now it's junior Connor Krinos. Bjorklund, who looks like he's recovered from the head injury, at least for the moment, has it here. Cole Nicholson still on the bench for Dana Coleman and Chaska. 45 seconds to go, 39-27 the score. Connor Krinos with it at the top here for the Hawks. Bjorklund waits for an option. He's crouched over. Now he gives it off for Krinos. Hawks still working it around. Now Carson Halawani's going to have to come out to guard Krinos. Krinos behind the back. Off for Fix. Spencer gets the freshman. Threw it to Peters. Goes out of bounds. Hawks ball.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. He did get, there was a little bit of a collision earlier, but...
That's Cole Nicholson we're talking about. Ten seconds left. 39-27. Hawks holding for the last one. 5 seconds. 4. Fix. At the buzzer. It's blocked. And Spencer Getz puts it back. Instead, the horn sounds. Hawks fail to get a bucket off their last possession. At halftime, a 12-point lead for the Chaska Hawks. When we return, we'll have a halftime update from Greg Erickson, and we'll get to the final 18 minutes of action. You're watching Chaska Hawks basketball on London Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
Soras!
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services, with clinic locations in Chaska, Shakopee, and Savage. Schedule an appointment today.
Check.
Welcome back to CHPN. It is halftime here on the Chanhassen Chaska hometown rivalry border game. I spoke with both head coaches before the game and just after halftime ended here. And Dana Coleman said that he needed the Hawks to really defend against the three-point play. Chanhassen is an excellent three-point shooting team. And by my count, Chanhassen has 5 three-pointers here so far in the first half. The Hawks have been able to maintain a pretty good defense against the three-point play, but look for Chanhassen to try to get back in this game. Right now it's a 39-27 score. I spoke to Dana Coleman also about the performance tonight in the first half by senior forward Parker Bjorklund. Parker's gone off. He's got at least half the points of the Chaska Hawks so far in this first half. So because of foul troubles, Cole Nicholson had to come out and sit out for a good number of minutes in that first half. So look for Bjorklund to carry the load. And also Connor Kranos has had 3 three-pointers, and he's second in scoring for the Hawks in the first half. So I'll throw it back to Ryan and Eric in a few minutes. From CHBN, it's Greg Erickson reporting.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
Service!
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services, with clinic locations in Chaska, Shakopee, and Savage. Schedule an appointment today.
Well, here we are. Welcome back to Chaska High School. Make sure, are you on there?
I'm on.
There we go. All right. Chaska High School at halftime. It's a 39-27 lead for the Chaska Hawks. Parker Bjorklund with 20 points in the first half. Cole Nicholson will return to the starting lineup for the second half. And we are getting underway. It's Adam Keelty in front of us. 10 round the ball on this last 18 minutes. And here we go. It'll be Chaska ball on the next jump. Quickly. Ryder Hutton misses it layup short. And we are underway here in the second half. 17:40 to go in this basketball game. Cole Nicholson threw a lot of contact. Up off the window, no good. Nicholson blocked by Tollefson. Now back off for Bjorklund. Gives it up for Krinos. Krinos, Bjorklund. Here's Parker Bjorklund. Up. Tries to throw it down. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be storm ball. See now, does Danny have a... No. If we could get Danny to put a camera on the Chaska students, they were supposed to switch over to purple at halftime.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it didn't go too well.
It's starting to happen.
It's very slowly but surely.
A lot easier for the guys.
Yeah. Tollefson has a shot blocked. Here's Marcus Peters with a toe on the line. A long two is no good. And a foul down low. It'll be Chanhassen ball.
Another hustle play from Parker Bjorklund right there. Got position on Ryder Hutton.
Yeah. Parker Bjorklund up to 20 points on the evening.
I was talking to his older brother, Gavin, who went to this program many years ago. He doesn't think he had 20 points in a game ever.
Nicholson for three. 42-27. The largest lead of the basketball game.
Boy, Coyle looks refreshed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Not even sweating. Got to sit for the majority of that first half. He's only got 7 points. Had 4 of the first half. Foul against Matt Eliason. Is that number 3? Eliason will exit. Zach Leah quickly off the bench.
Yeah, it was a nice take for Carson Holowati. That's the one thing that I want to see more of as the season goes on here, is not just being that three-point shooter, but if you're a point guard, you have to go towards the basket.
Right.
Have to be comfortable with that.
Yep. 42-28. There they go. Right as we gave him crap, they did it. We lost Danny through all the technical issues we have, and our camera guy this evening, Danny Johnson, up on the balcony. We lost the connection with him, so we can't tell him to go over there and get a picture of the students, but next time we go down to the other end of the floor. 16.5. Zach Leah across the timeline. Marcus Peters setting up an ISO. Now Nicholson slashes. Tollefson didn't get shaken loose, though. Now Bjorklund threw a lot of contact. He kicked right out to Connor Krinos. Nicholson, far side, looks for an option. Now Krinos. Inside, Parker Bjorklund throws it for Nicholson. Nicholson was held, and it's going to be a foul against Chanhassen.
Well, you can see Chanhassen's trying to make it a lot more difficult on Chaska. They're working harder here in the second half. I'm guaranteeing they talked at halftime, hey, we got to turn up the defensive intensity.
16:03 to go. Nicholson down low against Tollefson. Nicholson strong and long. 15:57 in the game. Nicholson is Chaska 44. Trying to make it 45 here. 16-point lead is the largest of the game so far for the Hawks. Free throw would make it 17 and extend on that advantage. 15:57 on the clock. Nicholson up to a quick 5 points in the first half, already topping his in his second half, already topping his first half total. He's at the line for this one. It's no good. An easy rebound by Ryder Hutton of Chanhassen. 44-28 to score, a 16-point lead. Blocked by Bjorklund. He grabs it right back with 15:45 to go. Quickly back. Krinos from the corner, just off. Rebound snagged by Ryder Hutton. Tollefson the other way. Lost it around. Hawks ball. Regan Tollefson at 10 in the first half is yet to score in the second half.
Yeah, and that's something. You got a player like him. Get him some offensive possessions. Get him the ball a little bit.
Zach Leah with 15 and a half to go. Gives it off here. He has it back now. Leah Krinos. Straight away. Money ball. Connor Krinos for three. 47-28. Connor Krinos up to 14 tonight. His first points of the second half. $15 minutes to play. Evan Simon inside and out of the paint for Ryder Hutton. Ryder Hutton up with it. Bucket and the foul.
Yeah, Ryder's worked hard here. Like I said, he hasn't played in a couple weeks. Working hard, he finally gets one.
He's been out with a foot injury, you said it was?
Yeah, stress reaction. That's a new term. Not a fracture yet. Reaction.
Huh. Well, if you say so. He's at the line and he misses the free throw. Parker Bjorklund out-rebounds Cole Nicholson, but they're on the same team. Here's Zach Leah, trudges up the court here. Connor Krinos with it. Back on for Fix. Now Bjorklund has it. Zach Leah, entry for Nicholson. Nicholson against Tollefson, throws it up, and it's a foul going on. I believe it's against Tollefson. It'll be two shots for Nicholson. Austin Carter, the guilty party on that one. Nicholson at the line for two. $18-point lead, extending on that advantage for Chaska. Here's Nicholson. Second one, no good. Rebound Chanhassen. Here's Keelty. Pushes up ahead. Finds Tollefson, who pulls up from long two-ball range. It's Andrew Fix, the senior, who grabs the board. Zach Leah with 14:20 to go here. Second half, 30-point lead for Chaska. Almost turnover was saved by Cole Nicholson. Now Zach Leah has it on the Hawk. Fix. Nicholson. Here's Krinos. Head fake inside. Takes the paint. Bounce pass off for Fix. Almost lost it. A bad pass thrown by Krinos. Fix was easy to recover, though. Now Nicholson. Back up top for Krinos, who finds Leah. Back over for Cole Nicholson, the leading scorer on this Chaska team, averaging 23.9 points a contest. Krinos now works it around. Zach Leah to Nicholson now. Nicholson coming off of that season low 11-point performance in Jefferson the other night. Parker Bjorklund missed a layup, putting that Chaska possession to waste. Now a three ball from Austin Carter is off, but Chanhassen and Ryder Hutton get the offensive board. Hutton for three. Ryder Hutton with 13:25 to go drains a three, and Chaska's Dana Coleman needs a timeout. With 13:25, it's a 48-33 basketball game when we return on the London Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries. We are the exclusive provider of the Chaska, Chanhassen, Jordan, and Shakopee high schools, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services, with clinic locations in Chaska, Shakopee, and Savage. Schedule an appointment today.
And we return from Chaska High School. Ryan Paul alongside me, Eric Krauscher. Eric, thoughts of the early second half so far?
Well, looked like Chaska might pull away for good there. I think it was a 18-20 point game. A little bit of a fight here from Chanhassen. Ryder Hutton's had a nice couple last possessions, but with 13 minutes, that's a lot of time left. So the Chanhassen just needs to keep building off of what they're at. Chaska just needs to get back, getting the ball down low to Parker and Cole here.
Chaska students will rise to their feet again, and As will the Chanhassen students. Chan puts on the press here. It's Austin Carter guarding Zach Lee in the backcourt. Nicholson for three, no good. Rebound, Austin Carter. Here's Charlie Ash, averaging 3 points a game, just under that mark. Now Tollefson inside. Tollefson messed with by Bjorklund. Now Connor Krinos has it. Krinos up off the glass and good. Connor Krinos pulling Chaska up 50-33. A 17-point game. This one running away here quickly from Chanhassen. Let's see if they can keep it in reach. Tollefson inside. An extra dribble. Zach Leah stole it away though. 12:30 to go. Now Nicholson up ahead. Lost it. Gets it back. Finds Krinos. A long one. Krinos from the corner off. Rebound by Simon. Wanling crosses against Krinos from the elbow. This is a jumper. It's no good. Wanling a little cocky on that release. 12:19 to go here. 50-33. Nothing new for us here. Down low, Parker Bjorklund. 20 points in the first half and not going to get his first points in the second half. He's called for a travel on this one.
You know, Connor Krinos here, 16 points. Boy, it's 3 balls early, but ever since then, everything has been inside the arc. And maybe at 1-3, but he's had a couple baskets inside, and that's a good sign for him. This is probably one of his better games in a while.
That's good for a player like Krinos, who just in some games can seem one-dimensional in his three-point shooting, but when he can pull it inside the arc, it's a positive for coaches like Dana Coleman to see, and especially because it allows for Chaska to move on here. Chanhassen, when they play him the second time around, they're not just going to worry about Krinos' three-point abilities. Wanling takes a couple of meaningless dribbles. Now he swings it over for Carter against Fix. Blocks him down. Chanhassen throws it almost into the backcourt. Wanling jumps. Gives it off for Luke Gitson, former Chaska guy. Eric mentioned him in the telecast earlier. Here's Charlie Ash. Handed off for Austin Carter. Back to Wanling. Wanling off the bench tonight. 4 points. Nothing in the second half so far. Charlie Ash, Nicholson, going to get called for the foul on this one. Chaska fans not too pleased with that one. They thought Ash wasn't contacted enough, and little ticky-tack fouls like that they'll have every once in a while. Nicholson will exit with his third foul of the game.
No comment.
Yep. Austin Carter goes out of bounds. Zach Leah poked that one away, hence the reason it will stay with Chanhassen.
Yeah, Chaska with some active hands here. Getting some double teams from behind, knocking balls away.
One goes out of bounds. Close one, and it's Andrew Fix who poked it off.
This is an interesting lineup here for Chanhassen. You know, with Wadley not 100%, Austin Carter has been quiet tonight. Where's the scoring coming from here?
4 of the 5 players on the floor right now are bench players for Chanhassen. Here's a travel as Austin Carter walked with it. 11-11 to go in the game, and Austin Carter, the only starting player from the starting 5 on the floor tonight, gets a travel.
Yeah, he hasn't had many open looks. His biggest game is if he can get going early, hit some outside shots. He's only had a few attempts, and they've been contested.
Eliason with 11 minutes to go. Missed shot on the other way. Here comes Chanhassen. 10:47 to go. Gets in. Travel. I don't know. What do you think? The Chanhassen fans think that Gitson lost possession of it. Came back down.
I don't know. They're closer to me.
Yeah. Head coach Nathan Pulowski giving the official an earful. That's the official that's heard Dana Coleman in his ear all night. The Chanhassen AD will go over and settle down the students. Parker Bjorklund down low, a battle for it against Simon, and Simon called for the foul with 10.5 to go.
Yeah, it's interesting here. I mean, Parker's catching the ball on the other side of the block from where he was in the first half. He was catching it on the left block. Now he's catching on the right block.
Right.
He's had more trouble from this right block. He's still fighting though.
We've seen him try to throw down a couple of times coming off the short corner on the left side. Obviously, being a southpaw, he more dominant side for him. With 10.5 to go, he sinks the free throw. It makes it a 52-33 game. This one quickly, well, I guess it's not really quickly anymore. Slowly but surely, we can say. Becoming out of reach of Chanhassen. We don't want to go too far into any extreme, I should say. 10-15, Fix guarding Simon. Simon misses the layup. Scrap for the rebound, and Simon gets it. Now they're still fighting for it. Parker Bjorklund comes away, throws it right up to Eliason. Eliason quickly for Zach Leah. Leah takes it inside, a no-look pass for Bjorklund. Right off the ankle of Parker Bjorklund. Dana Coleman wants a timeout. They didn't have possession of it. Now a jump ball. It's going to go in favor of the Hawks. See some subs for the Storm. Adam Kilty and Ryder Hutton onto the floor for the Storm. Wanling is going to take a slow stroll to the bench. Andrew Fix, bounce pass for Nicholson. Fix, long, Krinos, jumping pass off for Leah. A long three ball is no good. Andrew Fix in for the board. Bounce pass for Eliason, block by Hutton. Here comes Halawadi. Chanhassen with some numbers. They slow it up though. Gets in for three, long, just a bit off. And this is going to be over and back. They never had possession. 9.5 to go. Halawadi from the free throw line, miss. Nicholson the rebound. 19-point game. Nicholson and Chaska trying to go and cross the 20-point mark. Fix, a good head fake, and he buries the three. Andrew Fix, there we go. A good play by Chaska and Andrew Fix. That's going to fire him up a little bit.
That might be the nail in the coffin.
Yep. From an unexpected guy. Let me tell you, Chaska's really dominated the boards tonight. And that might be one of the reasons, other than their quality shooting, that they've won this, that they're looking like they're gonna walk away with this game.
Well, this matchup hasn't been a good one for Chanhassen because, Storm, they want to get out in transition. They want to get some easy buckets that way. And Chaska does a really nice job of getting back. There's been very little transition game for Chanhassen.
We saw the other night in Jefferson when as Connor Krinos takes it to the hole and brings it kind of Nathan Pulowski. On my previous point, we saw Jefferson the other night even slow it down more. Chaska's always had trouble against that Bloomington-Jefferson Jaguar. They averaged 40 points a game last year. That was one thing that the Hawks really struggled with. If you let the opposing team control the pace, that's where this Hawks team struggles.
Yeah, and you can see it tonight that they're back to controlling their pace. It's just one of those things where Chaska's still a young team, and I think you learn some of that stuff in losses. You don't learn it in wins. So they're definitely back to the way they're going to be successful playing.
Well, we're glad you've joined us here on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. When we return, we've got the second part of the second half. We'll be right back.
This presentation of high school basketball on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network is brought to you by Lenzen Chevrolet Buick, Above and Beyond Marketing Communications, and St. Francis Orthopedic Rehab.
Well, welcome back. We are getting ready to come out of the timeout here. The teams are breaking the huddle. 8:43 on the clock. A 57-33 24-point lead for the Hawks. Connor Krinos. Connor, C-O-N-N-E-R there, sir. C-O-N-N-E-R.
Well, then I've been spelling it wrong all year. When you have a son that's spelled O-R the correct way, Connor.
He's tweeting. That's the reason I say that. I'm looking over his shoulder at his tweet. I had the first 5 periods of first semester with him, so.
Well, sorry, Connor. I've been spelling it wrong all season.
Clearly an avid reader of the Chaska Herald. You do a great job. We're here live with Eric Krauscher, the Chanhassen Villager and Chaska Herald sports reporter. Double duty tonight, covering both of these teams. Nicholson inside and one. As I was saying, Eric does a great job. Give him a follow at Chaska Sport. He's really been supportive of us. We had a nice article in the Chaska Herald about this Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network last week. To read that, go to our website, chaskabasketballreport.com. It's on the front page. There's a link to that article, or pick up last week's Chaska Herald. Eric, thank you very much for everything that you've done for us so far this year.
Yeah, no, this is it's always a lot of fun doing these telecasts. When I'm on, we're doing a big game, so
that's right.
So that's a lot of fun too.
8:10 to go. I'm usually solo if we're not playing in necessarily a huge game. Here's Luke Gitson. Gitson could have made a sandwich and called his grandmother with all the time he had with that one. 59-33 with just under 8 to play. Regan Tollefson steals it away temporarily, but Chaska gets it back. Andrew Fix in the corner. Fix with 3 tonight. Leading scorer for the Hawks is Parker Bjorklund with 22. Connor Kranos with 18. Cole Nicholson follows up with 12. Tip pass. Zach Lee has it for Chanhassen. Regan Tollefson had 10 points in the first half. Has not scored in the second half. The Storm 6 points combined in this first half. In the second half, excuse me.
These are good games. Now, while the advantage a little bigger than you're used to, Chaska's had a few times here where they've had second half leads disappear. So anytime you get that 10 to 12, 14-point lead, you're working on how to play with a lead, so you're ready for it at the end of the season. Not learning much in this game because it's 26, but I think that's what you'll see some of these conference games, extending that 10, 12-point lead out to 26 here, working on, and a lot of that is coming through your offense, still working your offense even if you got a big lead.
7:18 here. 60-33, a 27-point lead for the Hawks. Crino's at the line. He sings it. He's up to 13. There's a knockdown. Who hit that one? I couldn't see.
Halawadi. Wide open.
Halawadi's 4th point of the half.
He's not going to miss many of those wide open threes.
Connor Crino's beautiful. Wow. 63-36. Crino's with a block. Crino's having the game of the year for himself so far tonight. Head fake. Block. He'll go to the line. He takes a spill right as we say that. He went right in to Luke Gitson. He's going to hop back up, though. Both players will. Scary hit there. Not the wrong sport, boys.
Well, Krinos is everywhere here. Probably a second or third career block. Maybe first. Like I said earlier, that's what you like to see.
All right.
A lot of different ways to help a team.
Exactly.
And I think you can also see that, the defensive effort from Matt Eliason. You can see that developing in Connor. He really works hard down on this end as well.
Here's Tollefson in the corner, had it blocked. Hawks come away with it. Bjorklund up ahead. Krinos threw him a lob. This goes out of bounds. It'll be a foul against Chanhassen's Tollefson.
Yeah, and I think Regan struggled here. He had 10 points early on, but the inside success he was finding in the last couple of games, he's now having to go against a big body in Cole Nicholson. Parker Bjorklund's done a really good job of staying behind him.
Right. 6:21 to go. Free throw good. Here's Halawadi, takes the baseline, gives it off for Carter. Carter for three, no good. Rebound, a handful of Storm from flying in. Parker Bjorklund stronger than all of them though. 6 minutes to go and he snags the board. Zach Leah comes away with it. Hawks really proving to be the stronger team. Zach Leah right to the bucket.
Zach's had a couple takes here. Strong to the hoop.
Yep. That's what it takes. And there it is. Matt Eliason steals it away. A 31-point lead for the Hawks. Connor Krinos behind the back. Nicholson misses the layup, but Parker Bjorklund's there to put it back. And I think they're right. With 5:35 to go, this one's...
It'll be clear the bench time here.
Yep. We will see those yellow shirts come off of the bench players. Quite possibly see some yellow shirts exiting from the Chanhassen student section here momentarily. With 5:19 to go, the route is officially on. Luke gets it, airballs a three, just as if they needed anything else. Connor Krinos needs a steal. And it feels like this one is just dribbling away from Chanhassen. We'll see Jacob Miller and Jack Carver come off the bench for Chanhassen.
Ben Hicks, who was hurt, I believe, week 3 of the football season with a leg injury. He's back playing now.
Nicholson across here for Krinos. Under 5 minutes to go. The bench still staying on. We got to travel against Nicholson. Get some subs in.
Got a line change here for Chanhassen.
All 5 in and all 5 out. Except for Evan Simon, I believe. (69-36). The score. Matt Eliason crosses over with 4 minutes to go. Zach Lee now. Chaska's bench still staying. Dana Coleman having a conversation with Samir Omar on the bench. And there he goes. Samir Omar will check in. The Chaska students love it.
He said, me? With a question mark?
Number 41, Samir Omar, waiting to be checked in. We'll see Spencer Getz and Andrew Fix re-ed through at 3:41 to go. Nicholson crosses against Ash. Eliason tripped as he entered with 3:25 to go. Eliason misses the first end of the free throws. Samir Omar, Andrew Fix, and Spencer Getz. A lot of shit we heard all night. If you would have told Samir Omar 3 months ago that he'd be playing a basketball game, a varsity basketball game against Chanhassen, I think he probably would have called you crazy. And I'm not going to lie, I might have too. 70-36, a 34-point lead here. Jack Frick and Andrew Coleman are going to enter. Charlie Ash from 15. Not good. Zach Lee runs away with it here. Omar been in, I think, 3 games so far this year, yet to get a point. Jacob Miller guards Andrew Fix. Miller, the starting quarterback for the Chanhassen Storm football team. Number 10 out there in white. The route is on here. It's a 34-point lead for the Hawks. 2:50 to go. Colton Dodd's also going to check in. The students want Samir Omar to pull up. Now Matt Eliason, head fake against Jack Carver. Fix on the Hawk. Looks for an option. Timeout and just a substitution break here called by Dana Coleman and Chaska.
Colton Dodds apparently didn't need stitches from the JV game.
He walked over here during the JV game. He had a huge bandage on his mouth, or on his chin. And he still has it. So, with 2.5 to go, 70-36. Ben Coleman in the backcourt, guarded by Carver. JV game is on. Samir Omar off now for Jack Frick. Colton Dodds guarded tightly. Dodds over to Jack Frick, the freshman in the corner. 2 freshmen on the floor for the Hawks. Omar backed out of a 3.
The problem is the big guy's catching the ball 30 feet away.
Looks for an option. Get him inside. He has it here and gives it off immediately for Spencer Getz. Gets inside, blocked by Chanhassen. Now Colton Dodds up for 2. Colton Dodds had 8 points, an explosion in a game a couple of weeks ago when he came into the varsity game. There's Ben Hicks off for Ash now with the right hand, ugly. And this is goes off of Jack Frick, I believe. Ben Hicks saved it. Running time in effect. The clock continues to run. Marcus Halasik checks in for Chaska. 1 minute and 12 seconds and running. This one's going to tick itself away. The running time is over 35 points. Under, I think, 3 minutes. They're waiting for this all this time. It's now we go under 60 seconds. We still haven't given the ball. I don't know what they're laughing at.
Tuck in the jerseys in.
It took them 15 seconds to tuck in a jersey. .39 seconds left. The victory chant is through. Here's Omar. With 30 seconds left, Omar gives it off for Halasik, who loses it. Halasik throws it away. It goes out of bounds. No, it stays in. Chanhassen pushes ahead. Bankstein lost out of bounds. They're going to...
That'll be it.
Let time run out on this one. Dodds almost loses out of bounds. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. They give it off for Samir Omar with 8 seconds left. Samir Omar for 3. Misses it. The gym just went crazy. Time expires as Bankstein hits a 3 ball. That's a final. 72-39. It's over. The first round of Chaska and Chanhassen in the border battle is a rout. 72-39.
Chanhassen at 12 second half points.
Wow. Wow. We're going to try to get one of the players down here. You want to get Krinos? Sure.
Get Parker. Let's get Parker. That's a career high.
Get Krinos and Parker. Parker and Krinos. Well, both. We're communicating with Greg Erickson, our sideline reporter, about who to grab for an interview. And we're going to wait for this excitement of the final score to conclude. A final here tonight from Chaska High School. Hawks win 72-39. Parker Bjorklund led the game scoring with 26. Connor Krinos with 22. Cole Nicholson with 11. For the Storm, Harson Halawadi at 11. Regan Tollefson at 10, all in the first half. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be right back to bring you Greg Erickson's sideline report on the final score. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. We appreciate your viewership. We apologize for some earlier technical difficulties. We hope you'll join us again next time. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday in Richfield. We'll also have the hockey game from outdoors in St. Louis Park. We will be right back for this post-game report with Greg Erickson. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for joining us.
This presentation of high school basketball on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network is brought to you by Lenzen Chevrolet Buick, Above and Beyond Marketing Communications, and St. Francis Orthopedic Rehab.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us.
This presentation of high school basketball on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network is brought to you by Lenzen Chevrolet Buick, Above and Beyond Marketing Communications, and St. Francis Orthopedic Rehab.
Welcome to CHBN. It is the post-game report. I have with me here senior Parker Bjorklund. Parker, that was an outstanding first half that you had. You had the team, most of the team's points, probably 18 or something like that. Steals, blocks, rebounds, unbelievable. Tell me what you did to prepare for this game.
You know, it all begins in practice. Like, we've been working hard all week. You know, we've been preparing for this all the time. And, you know, every day we just come into practice with the mindset of getting better, and that's what we did. So.
All right. You're a senior this year. Tell me what it's like to beat Chan on the home court in the first game of the matchup this year.
I mean, it feels great. Everyone that we win against, I've played with them all the way growing up. I'm an AU team. About 5 of them were on my team, so it's just fun to go against them.
Talk about the coaching staff. We had some foul trouble with some of the top Hawk players. Yep. Nicholson was out, had to sit out for several minutes of the game. You filled in. What is it that made you step up? What is it that brought you to play the kind of game you had tonight?
I mean, it's all about being aggressive, I think. You know, the coaching staff's always on me to be tougher and stuff. So the coaching staff's amazing, by the way. They've helped me so much and the whole team to be here where we're at today. So.
All right. CHBN, that's Parker Bjorklund, 26 points. And next, we're going to have Connor Kranos. Connor, you were raining threes in. You were raining threes in tonight. You were just drilling them. Yeah. You had, I think, at least 3 or 4 threes in the first half alone. You had 22 points in the game. Tell me what it's like to prepare for a game like tonight.
Well, we lost versus Jefferson last Friday when we put up only 45 in OT. So Coach was pretty mad at us for that. So during practice, we just defended, got back to work, and tonight we really played our asses off. So.
All right, well, you're right. You certainly did. You beat Chanhassen big tonight. 22 points. You're a junior. Is this the first time you've been on varsity? Forgive me for not knowing that.
Yes.
Were you on varsity before?
I sat on the bench, but yes.
All right. So, as a first-time varsity player, let me know what it's. Tell me what it's like to beat Chanhassen on the home court right here tonight.
It's great. Couldn't ask for much more, especially beating them by like 30. It's a great feeling.
Thank you very much. CHBN, Greg Erickson, thanks for joining us tonight.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services, with clinic locations in Chaska, Shakopee, and Savage. Schedule an appointment today.